If you're just joining, you're joining at a good time. About to start the hourly Super Blitz, 57-minute long tournament, and I'm not too far away from my peak Blitz rating, 2659. My peak is slightly below 2700, I think. Yeah, 2693. So I'll try and climb as high as I can. Hopefully not fall too much.
10, 9,
yeah,
8, 7,
starts in
6,
a few
5,
seconds.
4, 3,
I'll probably play this person
2,
first round.
1, 0.
Hopefully the layout's okay. That looks okay. And let's play d4. I think I'll play my more like serious repertoire. I have London. Try and manage my time. Bishop d6. Yeah, it's a comfy position. Very playable for both sides. I'll probably go for knight e5. So here can I take and win a pawn? Knight d4. Yeah, it's looking very comfy. I'll try and simplify. Probably eventually queen c5. Do have to watch out for like knight g4, knight e4. A7's hanging. It's still looking good. Okay, so if I take, I think that's another pawn. This would be tricky to threaten knight f3. And then, okay, then maybe I create a battery along the 5th rank. Okay, here can I take and play queen e7? Oh, there's rook d1. I just want to be solid. Maybe now queen c5. Queen c5, rook c8. I don't mind taking. Like usually it's not necessary to go for such imbalances, but the coordination is really nice here. f4 now. So f4, knight f3. Maybe I play king. Let's go for this. Knight f3, king f2. Looks kind of weird, but my rook's defended and attacking the queen. And I'm going to win the knight and hold on to my pawns, I think. Yeah, welcome to more people tuning in. Oh, that move I missed. I think it's okay, though. I can take...
Quack, quack, quack.
Knight defends both rooks. Hello to the quacker. Alpha the Storm, welcome back. And b2 is actually undefendable. But I might as well go on the counterattack. Target G7. Okay, got some ending. This game is going the full distance. And just make sure the king can't do, or the pawn can't do too much damage. Oh, the king's in time. Oops, I should have promoted. Okay. Took some work. I don't have a dog to show. Welcome back, Cheesy Gazebo. But hopefully I can show some decent chess. So that was the first game. 51 minutes to go. So I think my two goals are to gain rating, but also like just play good chess. Probably no berserking, unless my opponent berserks. Then I'll berserk back. And we'll have a London. This is kind of like a bullet game now. This time I'm playing against a London. There's knight g6 maybe coming. I'm going to try and provoke f3 and then play bishop d3. And then get a pawn on d3. Pawns are very far extended. Like queen c6. No, queen g6 as well. I take an opening request for some bits. It might depend on the opening. Probably no Jerome's. Welcome back, it's dinner time, baby. I'm actually not going like super fast here, but the position's really nice. I think I can check. Should be winning the rook. One of the rooks. Check there. Oh, I can just take. I was calculating queen h1 first, but if takes its mate. Yeah, okay. GG. Philidor. Philidor the opening or Philidor the endgame? There's a few things named the Philidor. Could consider it. It's not an opening I maybe almost ever play. We have another Slav versus London. Develop. C5. I think it makes sense. Grab the space on the queen side. Okay, taking would be a blunder. I think I can take and play bishop a6. And try and trap the rook. Not quite trapping the rook. I'm going for the queen trade first. I guess now bishop c7. And then there's this move. But then this move. Getting closer. Also, knight e5 is in the air. Not sure what else black is considering. I guess there's this as well. So knight e5. We trade. I think I'll just move back. Hey, thank you to someone getting merch. Appreciate it. That looks weird, but I just want to go in with the bishop and then win this e-pawn. Yeah, I'm currently 33 points away from my peak blitz rating. So it's within range. It'll take a bit of work though. Okay, now bishop b7. Queen's defended. And bishop c6 is coming. Ooh. A good move. I think I'm okay at rook b3 after bishop c8. Now the rook's defended, essentially unpinning the bishop. So if takes, I can take here. And if takes, I take here. Oh, is knight c5 missed? That was maybe playable, actually. Can check after the game. Okay, building the b-file battery. Oh, can't quite invade. Bishop b5 is coming. Or a4. Oh. Okay, well now I have this. Oh, I missed bishop c3. Opponent misses it too. My rook is still a little bit awkward. I'm winning on time. Okay. I'll quickly check. I mean, I was in good shape, so even if I blundered knight c5... At what point, though? Oh, here. Yeah, I think if knight c5, I would still have this move. Rook takes b5 and then take back. I think it would be okay. So moving on. Every game I've played so far has been a London. And similar structures, too. Like the two games I was white was against a Slav, and then the game I was black, it was also kind of a reverse Slav structure. Playing the player in first place. No surrender. This time London versus Dutch. Welcome back to Pablo. Knight c6 is not the most common. Play queen c2. Kind of like the idea of castling queenside. Rook comes to the d file. Now there's these pawn breaks. Let's start with this. It's very Grand Prix-like. This feels like a Grand Prix, but flipped on the horizontal axis. Like if black castles this way, then like the exact same setup. And I'd probably go for c5, which is normally f5 in the Grand Prix. King d8. Sacrificing castling rights. This move looks fun. If takes, I win the queen. I am threatening to take the knight. No mercy here. Oh, is king d the mouse slip? Maybe. Could play this. Okay, I'll take. Welcome back to Rat Bandits. Happy 18. Okay, creeping in here. Where's a mate? Threatening mate in 1. I guess this is a later stream than usual. Been going through phases of streaming earlier or later. I did do the late title Tuesday the other day, which wasn't too much earlier. Coming up, I might have some very early morning streams, at least early morning for US Central Time. But it really depends if I can wake up for them. Because starting tomorrow is a freestyle chess event, which they're giving me video feeds for if I want to do commentary on my own channel. Okay, playing StephenWilly. I'll go into this line, I guess. Bishop d3. There's some like knight b4 here. Not entirely sure. I shouldn't be taking too long. But knight b4 looks interesting. I think I'll just start with this. Hmm. Not thrilled with the position. Take, queen a4. This feels very slow. I think I just blundered too. Although, what's happening here? Queen e4. Queen e4, I don't have knight f6, but I do have f5. This move. Yeah, this feels very wrong though. Wow. You don't have to take. I think I have to though. Take. I have king g6. Also go back. Interesting position. So queen a, bishop e7. Am I surviving? I cover h8, so this knight is a nice defensive piece. Not a lot of time though. Okay. Ah, just enough time. Could have easily flagged. I was probably losing at some point. Like the attack came pretty quick. Yeah, white, white is much for choice here. H4 looks really natural, but yeah, it does give me this resource. And then seems like white is very close to winning. But somehow, yeah, there's no like good discoveries. As knight is so good, prevents the queen from coming in. And even when the queen did come, it wasn't enough. I missed mate in 3. I missed queen d3. Oops. Let me check the opening. So bishop d3. h6, not necessary. Like castle first, what does the engine want? Just knight f6. Not the most exciting. And what if takes castle? I understand. This looks more fun for white. I guess the bishop is good here. What if queen e2? Trying to understand this position. Queen c7. And then g6. Okay. Alright, fair enough. I'm in first place. Protecting my rating. Oh, playing nikotheo. Opening theoretician. We played recently in Title Tuesday. Super strong blitz player. Let's see what he has cooked up. d4. Huh. That looks playable. Yeah, this is less familiar territory for me. Not sure if h6 was necessary, but very often it's a fight for the d5 square. Wait, really? It takes? Queen g3? I have knight h5? No, I don't have knight h5. Wow. I'm slightly flustered. Probably not the best decision. Um, so it's piece for 3 pawns. Oh, very tricky. I think this is okay. I have bishop d6. Oh, it's not okay. Take. Ah, it's not okay. Try something and pray. Now I'm just down 3 pawns. Take. Never know. Oh, good move. Yeah, rough game. I burned all my time and then played probably what was a bad line. I was doing fine though. Like, engine says that black's doing really well. I just didn't have confidence to play this. Queen h5, queen g7. Oh, queen g7 doesn't work. Just rook g8. Yeah, queen h5 is a nice move. Let me check the opening too. So knight f6, e6. Slightly preferred. Queen b6 also interesting. Okay. Oh no, my first place. Well, here we go. I'll berserk. Probably not great for my rating, but I want to fight for first. Welcome back to LW. In some sense, I feel like this is a viewer arena. I feel like there are a handful of viewers also playing. Also, thank you, Melichathon. Play bishop e3. I go for the usual attacking setup. E5 may have been possible there, actually. Also maybe possible here. Yeah, there's some issues for black with the d file. Even after takes, the rook pins a knight. I guess there is a line takes, but it doesn't happen. Yeah, just really going for the straightforward attack. I did kind of forget about my rule to not berserk. I got slightly tilted in the moment. What to do? Oh, thank you, Brazilian monk. Oh, appreciate the kind words. Super kind. I still remember your request to play a Philidor, which maybe I'll get in at some point. Okay, we're going to trade everything. I could take the free knight, but I mean, this should be mating, right? I don't see the mate. I'll just take the knight. Oh, I would have won the rook, though. Okay, well, this is going to be over soon. Okay. No mercy that game. Oh, hello to M Shark. We played OTB in Peoria. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was a fun event. That was about a year ago. Okay, I'll play the Philidor. No berserking. Just for Brazilian monk. I don't know theory here. Bishop c4. I'll play bishop e7. Probably this and this and this. And there's different ways to play the Philidor. It is inherently a slightly more passive opening because I block in the bishop. But it's super solid. There is potential energy. Oh, wow. I don't think this works for white. So I have this move. I also have this idea. This should be fine. This is a tactical theme in the against the Philidor to sack the bishop and do things. But yeah, this seems completely fine for black. Do I take the knight and have 3 pieces against the queen? Probably not. A5 was a move. Still a move. Earlier I would have had queen a6, I think. Oh, but then knight c7. Yeah, a5 maybe was a better try. I want to tuck the king away on h7. Put the bishop here. And target the knight. There's some idea to play this and this. Okay, I can't take the knight. And now I'm threatening to take it. Yeah, white's pieces are getting clunky. Rook h3, h5. Almost trapping the queen. And there's not much else white can do here. Thank you, Mangork. Or Mango RK. Happy 30. I did mute the alert sounds just to try and be more focused, but I feel like we can have some sounds play. I appreciate the train of hype. I should probably be trying to open things up, but yeah, eventually I'll probably go for g6. Maybe the trade. I'm up a rook, but there's no open files. G6 key 1. Yeah, the goal is to open at least one file. There we go. Okay, we have the A file open now. Now the rook can swing over, swing in. Now more files will open. What do you play against e4, e5? Oh, as white. I've cycled through a few things over the years. Recently I've been enjoying the Scotch opening. So the full question is, what do you play against e4, e5? I struggle to find something in classical that's good. Middle between insane and boring. I feel like the Scotch is a good balance. Okay, this time we have, ooh, O'Kelly. Play c3, d4. That's looking pleasant. Wow. Risky move. Wow. I've opened the rook files. My rooks are more active than my bishops. But bishops are ready to come in. Some pleasing symmetry here. Black with the double fianchetto. I have the pawn center, the knight center. There's some weak dark squares, mainly d6. This might be wrong, but let's go for it. Idea is to eventually play this and this. Yeah, this is becoming more of a weakness for black. And this is a player in first place too, so it's an important game for the tournament standings. Okay, going all in. And there's a lot more resources to attack. Good take. Now hitting the queen and bishop. It's looking pretty good. Welcome back, JJ Dynamite. Oh, if here I win the queen. So if here... This is a funny move. So I open the rank. I don't mind the queen trade because then I'll be threatening mate with rook g4. That move I forgot about. I could castle. It feels weird, but the knight's pinned. There's no rook c8. Oh, I lose a queen. Something felt wrong about that. I think it's still fine for white. I just have to be more careful. I'm pretty sure I have enough firepower to win even without my queen. I let my guard down for a moment. What do you think of the Smithmore Gambit? It's a dangerous opening. I have played against Mark Esserman before. He's a very dangerous player. Okay. And this should be made eventually. The minor pieces are like sharks swarming around their prey. I think I'm threatening knight d8. Preventing rook f8. It's a weird mating concept. And then this is guaranteed. Like rook c8 will prolong the mate, but then I just take and... Okay. That was pleasant. Sacked a queen, sacked a knight. Gave away my rooks. Oh, this could be a close finale. No berserking. I played this opening against Grishuk the other day in Title Tuesday. Grishuk knew what to do against h5. There's only one good move for white, and it's not knight d2. It's h3. Because against most other moves, including this, the plan for black is to expand and give white some bad structure. Like queen d6. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe this move first. Just open the position. e4, wow. Yeah, things are getting spicy. The e5. And there's queen d6. Over e5. I haven't really developed much. Only piece I developed, I moved 3 times to trade it off. Kind of breaking principles. But having fun in the process. Might as well develop my king. Now I'll start developing. If casting, I win the bishop. I could have played bishop c5 to prevent casting, but wanted to be a bit more sneaky there. Still have to be careful, though. Like knight c3 and knight e4 are coming. Yeah, this looks fine. There's this move. And then queen g6. Give away this pawn. Okay, so I've completed development. I'm up a minor piece. White's trying to pressure me. Go after this pawn. If I win this game, I'll catch up to first. Okay, there's bishop b4. There. I think I'll go for this. Queen c7, take. So I'll have 2 rooks and 2 bishops for queen and pawn. Maybe slightly unnecessary to go for this, but yeah, my king is safe. This pawn is not so safe. There's nice coordination between... Oh, oops, never mind. I was going to say everything's defended, but it wasn't. Oh dear. Play this. Play this. It's been a few games I've let my guard down. Okay, this defends this. No more blundering. Okay. Messy game. I'll take it though. I'll take it. Oh, it could be a very close finish. I might berserk to try and win the tournament. Let's berserk. London opening. 6 minutes left. This game will count for the tournament. If this player wins, I need to get one more game after this one. So I win a pawn. Hmm. Opponent has time. But I have material. Oh, I should have forked. Bad pre-move. You gotta keep pushing. Wow. I think this is okay. If takes, I take, and then good things happen. There's Queen A1. No, it's fine. Okay. First place. Oh, this player drew. Okay. Oh, Mainlander. This is my favorite restaurant in St. Louis. Not sure if there's a relation with this username. Oh, that was a mouse slip. Bishop D7. Okay, maybe I can justify this. They go for B5. Inventing a new weapon against the Catalan. Yeah, maybe it's playable. C3. I want to play Bishop B4.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Welcome back. This could be a very close finish. Oh, this game actually counts for a lot. Wow. I'm getting past. Oh no, I didn't get past. Okay. Let's take. Oh, I'm getting forked. Opponent is seeing through my trickery. If knight c6 and queen d5 would be the counter fork. Take. Speaking of fork. Wait. There. Okay, the rooks are forked. I have 2 connected passers. I might win this game before the tournament ends. Take. Nah, tournament's ending. I think I still won the tournament though. I mean, mate is coming. Is it force mate? F4? F3. Oh, this is nice. Forcing this and then this. Okay. GG's. Oh, very close finish. Yeah, this player's still playing Big Bishop. Thank you to Modern Fortune Teller and Nuddlesbeer subbing earlier. Appreciate it. So I think I gained a few rating points. Maybe broke even. I gained 6 points. Had some fun games. Invented a new opening on accident. Like this last game, I don't think I've ever done this mouse slip. Like we can check my my stats. I've mouse slipped King E7 once. Oh, I played Bishop D7 twice. Okay, so I guess I've mouse slipped this twice. Undefeated with it. Last time was in 2018. When I forked the rooks. Oh yeah, we can check the last game. Oh yeah, if I check to try and win the queen, then there's queen f3. So, and then maybe white surviving. But this move does a lot of things because it checks, it forks the rooks, and it prevents queen f3. There is an opening that chess.com calls a Rosen variation. But it's not within the Stafford Gambit. It's within, it's this England Gambit line. I'm pretty sure chess.com calls this a Rosen trap. But this is an opening that it should be given credit to what's his name? Derek. He goes by GM Derek on Twitch. W Book is asking, what did you go to school for? Yeah, my university path was maybe a little bit abnormal because I started at University of Illinois studying math and computer science. And then midway through, I transferred to Webster University on a chess scholarship. And I ended up graduating in a major called Interactive Digital Media, which actually combined nicely with chess and streaming and content creation. My coursework involved a lot of like creative, emerging like digital media stuff, photography, video, web design, some programming. Will you ever plan on posting your St. Louis Chess Club games from about a year ago? Yeah, that's. I think there's a Google Drive folder somewhere with like the footage. I don't think the club ever published any videos on their own channel. I'm pretty sure I still have access to the footage though. Yeah, if we play it then I'll have to do some digging. But that was a fun day. Like a weekend event. Played probably a few dozen people over the course of a few hours. Oh, Obi had a question. I noticed sometimes in the London you like to switch to Jobava. That's true. D4, D5. Bishop F4, C5, Knight to C3. Yeah, this is one of my favorite lines I've picked up recently. Super, super tricky. And then, yeah, if Knight F6, then there's E4. E3 is also playable. So the question is basically any particular reason why I play this line. A lot of players just aren't prepared for Knight C3. It's the main thing. Especially title players. Because if we see in the database, like overwhelmingly, E3 is the most common move, which is what I used to play. But then there's some benefit of Black getting this this structure with C5 and E3 and not having committed to Knight F6. Because there's lines where Black can play this, And then, like, there's some f6 ideas, like takes f6 is a interesting weapon. There's also queen b6. There's some crazy line, like, yeah, e5 here, takes and then g5. Or bishop f5 first, and then g5. So a lot of strong players will play c5 on move 2 to get some, like, aggressive weapon against white and play for a win. But then before they can play their tricky aggressive line, I play my tricky aggressive line. So knight c3 is a way of trying to keep the game on my terms. Objectively, there's ways for black to equalize. Knight f6 is a very fine move. But this is still a really interesting position. The main line, I think, is takes. There is a line where the queens come off. There's also queen a5 check. I actually bought the course, the Jobava course from Nyezhmetdinov and Bortnik. And they do cover this pretty extensively in their course, this position. But their course is more a pure Jobava London repertoire. I have kind of a mixed repertoire, combining mainline London and the occasional Jobava London. But yeah, if they play c5 on move 2 in this position, then knight c3 is my main move of choice. There's another line, if knight f6, bishop f4, g6. This is also where I deviate from the usual traditional London setup and I play knight c3. Because then if bishop g7, I'm happy to play e4. And this is more of a Pirtz. But then if black plays d5, preventing e4, then it's another Jobava London, which Nyezhmetdinov and Bortnik also cover in their course. So I'm always happy to talk about, like, details of my opening repertoire. Most of my content is just playing my openings, but yeah, hopefully this is valuable for some people. So there's some, looks like there's some more personal questions. Where are you from? I was born in the Chicago area, Illinois. My ancestors come from Eastern Europe, Russia, Poland, I think some Romania, Lithuania. Do you have any children? Not that I know of. I've probably adopted a few people online, though. There's one more, like, early knight c3 trick. Not trick, but, like, tricky line that stems from this. This is one of the first lines I discovered when I was, like, learning the London. Because the main move, again, if we look at the database, is c3, very traditional. But the super tricky move is knight c3. And on Lichess, most people fall for the trap here. d5 and then knight b5 just wins for white. There's a question from Buffin. Why isn't 960 more popular? Yeah, I think enough people enjoy chess openings that 960 does remove the opening. Which, I'll be honest, like, I do prefer normal chess over 960. But there's definitely a lot of intrigue and value in 960 chess. I think it's good for the overall community that there's, like, more competitive events for 960 or freestyle, as they're calling it. Your view on the Smith-Morra Gambit, and have you played Mark Esserman? I think I answered this earlier, but yes, Smith-Morra is, like, super tricky, especially if black goes into the accepted lines. I have played Mark. I can try and find his name. Oh, except I forgot how to spell his name, right? Why so? Wait, why? Let's find it. Well, I can't find him. I would check to see how many times I've played him. I played at least one game in the Morra against him. I think I managed to draw. Oh, Master of Mayhem. Here we go. Let's see. We've played 3 times on Lichess. The first time we ever played was the Smith-Morra. I see by the engine graph I was worse for various points, but I held on for a draw. Yeah, I usually accept the Gambit. I went for the Siberian trap against him, which obviously doesn't work. Against a lot of players it works though. Like most common on Lichess is Queen E2, and then black can play Knight G4. And then, yeah, nearly 12,000 people have played H3, which is a losing move. And the point for black is this knight doesn't have to move. This knight can move to D4. And all of a sudden, white's losing the queen or getting mated. Yeah, because if takes, it's mate. If the queen moves, then we take and checkmate. So I would say if you're learning something against the Smith-Morra, this is a nice one to start with. Because at a certain level, you'll beat a lot of players who just don't know this trap. But then if you play against Mark Esserman, he'll kind of play the main line, knight b5, and then e5, and then it's very easy to go wrong here as black. I think taking is already losing. Because there's takes, rook e1, and then queen d4 or something. Yeah, white's like crushing. Having sacked 2 pawns, but bishop f4 is hard to stop. There is a funny line like d6, bishop f4, e5, and then I think rook e5. There's so many lines like this in the Morra where white sacks, and then just wins. And here the queen is trapped. So more recently, I've adopted a different weapon against the Morra, which is not queen c7, but it's bishop b4. Which I think is the engine's top move. Yeah, a lot of my prep is just based around what the engine says. Stockfish has like a pretty good track record of refuting gambits. And if you want to learn this in more depth, there's a very good video on YouTube by Molten Lee. I'm pretty sure it's by Molten Lee. Australian Grandmaster. Very instructive YouTube channel. And he covers this pretty well. Actually, I watched this video in preparing for an opponent I played in Reykjavik a few years ago. But the idea is to usually play knight e7 and then eventually get in d5. Sometimes take in d5. What's your favorite spread to apply to a piece of toast? Recently, I've been making a lot of avocado toast. Yeah, I get challah from Trader Joe's. I slice it, I toast it, I fry an egg, I mash up an avocado, I assemble the avocado toast. It's pretty good. You watch Skibbity Toilet. I'm aware of its existence, but I try not to indulge in brain rot. Favorite fruit? It depends what's in season. I enjoy grapes, mango, rambutan. That's some good rambutan in Bali. Do you think chess will ever be solved? Probably not. But maybe. Who knows where we're headed with quantum computing and AI? There's a more specific opening question from Board Without Pieces, who says, I enjoy the following line. E6, bishop f4, c5, e3, takes, d5. Yeah, this is all pretty standard. Knight c6, c3. Oh, and then knight e7. Interesting. So preserve f6 and eventually e5. Honestly, this is not something I've looked into in so much detail, but it is something I would potentially have to prepare against. 97. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Because usually this has like a passive reputation with blocking in the bishop. But this is somewhat justified because black gains tempo, and then there's a very clear plan. Engine isn't super impressed. There are some master games. Yeah, it definitely looks playable. Oh, the question was, what should white do there? I think you should still just follow opening principles. The castle, probably get to this position. Most people take on g3, which I think is a good positional transformation for white, because the knight is restricted by the pawn. Yeah, and then, yeah, just control the center. If black ever goes for f6, it's going to weaken the knight. So let's say black castles. It seems like white can do normal things. Still, most people take, which isn't good. Let's say rook e8. I think knight d2 looks normal. So if black goes for this plan, looks like there's two nice ideas here for white. I'm keeping an eye on the engine lines. Actually, one move I saw pop up, but is no longer in the top 5, is c4. It's very typical. And if you just remember this concept where when black is trying to build up the center, once they play f6, c4 is like almost always a good move. Because then it's much harder to get an e5 effectively. There's also queen c2 or queen b1 to target the knight, which looks very pleasant. It looks like white can allow e5. Let's say e5 here. Yeah, the center is more of a target than the strength. +3. Yeah, black doesn't have a good way of defending everything. Bishop e6 loses a pawn. This move or this move could be in the air. So yeah, it seems like just develop normally and then keep in mind this idea or this idea and should be fine. What opening would you consider to replace the SG with? What is SG? Smith-Morra Gambit? That would be SMG. I think like if you're playing Smith-Morra and you want maybe a different, less dubious opening, then Alapin would be a natural transition because there's a lot of Smith-Morra lines that transpose into Alapin. Oh, Stafford Gambit. Ha ha ha. Yeah, if you already play the Stafford, but you want something more reliable, I'd probably just recommend e4, e5. Play knight c6. And then it requires some study because you have to be prepared for the common openings, Scotch, Italian, Spanish, Ponziani, 4 knights. But there's a reason why like this is the most popular move. If you know what you're doing, it's very solid for black. And there's still a lot of ways to be aggressive from early on too. Like if this, maybe play the 2 knights, allow the fried liver, and then there's a lot of tricky lines here. There's a Traxler, there's a Ulvested, which I think is this. No, this is a Fritz variation. Oh, the Ulvested is like b5, I think. There's definitely a lot of room to be tricky and not be like super dubious. But if you want something other than King's Pawn, then I think at a certain level, like Sicilian is really effective. Because a lot of players will play open Sicilian. If they treat it like an Italian, you just play e6 and you target the bishop. And then when they play open Sicilian, I can recommend knight f6. Some players will fall for this trap, takes e5 and drop a pawn with queen a5. Actually, almost 150,000 games feature this line. But most people play knight c3. And then e6 is a nice move. Simply preparing this and eventually d5. I would probably say at like most levels below 2000, white really doesn't know what to do. Like bishop e3 is not a great move because of this. And d5 is coming soon. Like f3, d5. Black's doing well. So again, hopefully like these answers to the questions are giving some value to people. There's a question, any reason why I went away from the Queen's Gambit? Yeah, Queen's Gambit is just a big opening. At the high level, there's a lot of different lines to know for white, and I never really took the time to study it at a super serious level. But it's very rich, very solid opening. A lot of players enjoy it. There's a lot of courses out there. I've just stuck with what I know best, which is London with white. Any aggressive lines I like against a London? Yeah, the London is fun to play against certain players. I think the one that like most people should learn, like if you're first developing a repertoire, and you can get this if you start with knight f6 or if you start with d5, but it's this one. Okay, the high level move is knight d2, but a lot of players will enter this position and then queen b6 is very enjoyable to play for black. Queen b3, c4. I have a video like way back when on my YouTube channel covering a nice game here. The game is Lajnika against Gonzalez. Like a really nice model game. I played this line a lot on Lichess. Yeah, I've had this position 23 times. And then some of my games follow like exactly what happened in this game. E4, bishop g6 takes, and then bishop c5. Black is winning. Have you looked at that L-shot opening? Not recently. I'm aware of the name. I forget exactly what it is. Someone showed it to me back in 2017 or 2018. I think that's the last time I spent any mental energy giving attention to the L-shot. If I remember, it's like, what, c6, this? Something combining some interesting pawn moves. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope people learned a thing or two. Thanks to those who answered or who asked questions and prompted some opening discussion. I'll be back in the near future